Okay. Good evening. Good evening. How are you doing? So we are waiting for people to join us so that we can be able to start. Yeah, so that we can be able to start. Okay, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Please, I would like you to share this with your friends so that they can be part of us, so that they can join us. Share this with your friends so that they can be able to join us. Okay, share it with your friends so that they can be able to join us. Wow, okay, I can see Paul. Paul, you're welcome. Paul, you're welcome. Stel, you're welcome. You're welcome. Someone said I like your hair. You're welcome. Thank you so much. So please, I want you to share this with your friends. Share the link with your friends so that they can be able to join us. Share the link with your friends so that they can be able to join us. So tonight we'll be talking about how you can earn in dollars as a nurse. Okay, we're talking about how you can earn in dollars as a nurse, and most nurses don't really know how valuable their skills are outside of the hospital, and it's very important. It's very important to understand that your skill outside of the hospital is very, very valuable. You know, so you don't just depend on. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. So sharing it with our friends so that they can be able to join us. I'm sharing with our friends so that they can be able to join us. So you can also share it so that we can start. We are starting immediately. We are starting immediately. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you so much, Nurse Helen. Thanks so much for joining. I will be starting immediately. So one thing is important as a nurse, you need to understand that you are your skill as a nurse, your experience as a nurse, it's not just something that it's limited in the hospital. It's not just something that only when you work in the hospital, that's only where you can make money. No, it's not just that. You can earn online, you can earn working from anywhere in the world. I posted something this evening, I think a few minutes ago, on my status. I said on my WhatsApp status, I said that you don't need to be in abroad. You don't need to be in America. You don't need to be in the UK. You don't need to be in the Caribbean, in Canada, or any of these Western worlds now to earn in dollars. You can do that anywhere in the world, from anywhere in the world, right? You can do that from anywhere in the world. You can do that from here in Nigeria. You can do that from Ghana. You can do that from Ghana. You can do that from Ghana. You can do that from Cameroon. You can do that from any part of the world you are. Okay. So beyond, you can be in Nigeria and you can earn in dollars, right? Because of your experience. Your nursing experience is very, very vital. Your nursing experience is very, very, very important. Your nursing experience is gold. Your nursing experience exposes you to different international opportunities. So your nursing experience, many people are asking me, do you need to have a UK license or a US license to be able to work, with them? I said no. Reason because you don't need this license or any of this. What you need is to be confident in your experience and to use your experience. What you need is using your experience to packaging your experience and positioning yourself in the right way. Packaging your experience and positioning yourself in the right way. This makes you unstoppable. This makes your experience global. This makes your experience worthwhile. So I'm going to be sharing with you a story of how I started what I am doing, because most people will be like, okay, how did you start what you're doing? And how did you start it? First of all, I want you to know that I am not a nurse, right? Yes, I am not a nurse. Actually, I didn't study nursing in school. I studied anatomy, right? So I studied anatomy, and as anatomy students, I graduated from school. So anatomy being the study of the internal structures of the body. So anatomy is the study of the internal structure of the body. So after studying anatomy, I wanted to to go to the hospital to learn more about the craft I did, to learn more about what I studied in school now, to learn more about what I did in school. So that was how I started. My journey in the hospital. I went to the hospital. I told them, okay, I don't want you to pay me. Okay, I just want to stay and learn. I just want to learn what I learned from my university, from the school now. And the head doctor, that's the CMD, he said that you're not even qualified to learn in the hospital, like to learn here, to come here to learn or anything. That you studied anatomy, that your place is in the mortuary. Like, except you want to go to the mortuary to, to learn how to embalm. I said, me going to the mortuary to learn how to embalm. I don't think I want that for myself. I didn't study anatomy to go and be doing embalmment. So that was how I wanted to decline. But I told him, sir, please, even if it is me staying in the hospital to clean the tables of doctors, at least when doctors come to the church, when doctors come to so I said when doctors come to the hospital, I would be able to clean their tables. And that was what I told the doctor, the head doctor, that's the CMD. He was like, okay, okay. He saw how desperate I was. He saw how desperate I was. He saw how desperate I was. And he said to me, okay, you're going to work with me. So that was how I started working with the CMD in the hospital I worked in. I started working with the CMD, and that was how we started, right? That was how we started. So I stayed, I think, for like some weeks. I worked with him for some weeks. And the one funny thing is that when I started working, in the CMDs in the hospital, I discovered something. I discovered how nurses were being treated like as if they were nothing, how they were being scolded at, how they were being, whether it's their fault or not, whether it is a mistake from their end or not, the doctors must scold them, the doctors must reprehend them, and they don't even consider them as part of the healthcare professionals now. They are not considered as part of the healthcare professionals, right? So they are not considered as part of the healthcare professionals. So I was not like, how I thought people go to school. Sometimes I think nursing is 5 years in a university. So I'm like, how can someone spend 5 years in the university and most times spend close to over millions of naira, like over 5 million and all that, just to go to school, and only to end up being a second-hand slave in the hospital? I was wondering what's going on. And it's not even as if that the salaries it's enough or it's a good one. I was expecting that at least as a nurse you should be earning up to 500,000 naira. And of course, my greatest surprise, it was not so. I think as of then, some nurses were earning 30k, 30,000 naira, 30,000 naira, and it was not something that was okay at all. It wasn't really, really, really good. And I now started asking myself, is there no way these nurses can earn outside of the hospital? Is their experience only limited in the hospital? How can they go to school and at the end they are only limited in the hospital? Most nurses are not even, the working environment in the hospital is not even conducive. Like in most hospitals, the working condition is very, very, very bad. Like very, very bad. The working conditions in the hospital is very bad for most hospitals. And for example, a nurse can be in charge of 10 patients, 20 patients. A nurse can be in charge of one ward. A ward that is supposed to have up to like 5, 6 nurses or even 10 nurses in a ward, end up having only one nurse. And of course, the nurse will not kill herself. She does the best she can do and she leaves the rest for God, right? So I noticed all these things and I started doing my research. That's why I started doing my research to know what actually the possibilities that are there for nurses. I wanted to understand, I wanted to know what is in for nurses, what should nurses, how can nurses in outside of this hospital system now, because it seems like the hospital is limiting them. It seems like the hospital is caging them, bringing them in a box. They are being, they are being positioned to to follow routines, and it's not as if that the pay is worthwhile. So I started doing the research and I discovered some opportunities nurses can leverage on. I even discovered that actually nurses are not limited to the hospital. As a nurse, you can work with fintech companies. As a nurse, you can work with banking sectors. You can work in different organizations. You can work in different industries. It must not be the hospital. In fact, it's not a must that you must work in the healthcare system. It's not a must that you must work in the healthcare system. So I said, okay, now if it's not a must, so I was not like, okay, if it's not a must that you can work in the healthcare system, why is nurses being, in this, being limited in this same hospital thing? And that was why I now discovered that most times it's not as if there are no opportunities that are available for nurses. The problem there is that these nurses don't really know the opportunities that are available for them. And for the few nurses that know the opportunities that are available for them, they don't know how. They don't know how to. They don't know how to utilize these opportunities, right? They don't know how to maximize these opportunities. They don't know how to take advantage of these opportunities. And this has become a very big problem. This has become a very big problem for nurses. So, and not just for nurses in Nigeria or in Africa, I've also seen it happen with nurses in the US and, you know, over there abroad now. I've seen it happen to them. You will see a nurse executive that has a lot of credentials, but still limited to a particular organization just because she's being paid, let's say, up to like $50,000 in a month, right? I mean, in a year. So they are being limited. They don't know that it's possible for you to make times two of this money, yes, times two of this money in few months as a nurse. Just that you don't need to, you're not going to be working with the company that you're working with currently alone. You need to diversify, and it mustn't necessarily be the healthcare system. You can work in any other industry. You can work in the finance industry. You can work in the tech industry. The good thing about your profession or your experience is that your experience is related to health, and anywhere human beings are, that is where you can work in, because human beings, they need good health, right? Human beings need good health. And since that the human beings are working there, it is a big opportunity for you, especially if they value their health and they have the budget to take care of their health. There are some industries that value their health. There are some companies that value the health of their workers. There are companies that value the well-being of their employees. And that is why it is a very big thing. It's a very good thing for you. It's a very big advantage for you to utilize it, and it's a very good advantage for you to utilize these opportunities and make money out of it. And also, like, some nurses would be like, okay, is it about the money and make impact, right? Yes. So most nurses would be like, I don't just want to make money, I want to make impact, I want to do impact. And I've discovered that one reason nurses say impact, impact, impact is because they don't really know how to make that money. They think that once you are working and you're not getting paid, you're making impact, and which might be true, right? So nurses most likely know how to make impact than making money. So I've discovered that it's easy to make impact, but it's not easy to make money. Actually, it's not. It's not easy to make money. It's not easy to make money. It's easy to make impact, but it's not easy to make money. And that is why nurses only focus on that impact aspect without knowing that there is a way for you to, beyond doing impact, beyond making impact, now you can earn a lot of money from it. So, and these are the opportunities now I'm going to be sharing with you, of which I've tried. I have seen it work for me. Do you understand? I've seen it work for me, and I started, with helping few nurses I could then. To I gathered few nurses and I started helping them then, and that was how they too started making money for themselves. And I have still have their testimonials, and I still have their. I have to move to LinkedIn to encourage other nurses to utilize these opportunities. And I'm so happy that some of them anyway are taking advantage of this opportunity, right? Even in my mentorship group now, we are almost 70 nurses from Africa. So I'm so happy that most of us are utilizing these opportunities. And one thing I would say is that anywhere anywhere human beings are, in any place you find human beings, that's you are needed in that place. You are needed in that place because human beings deserve they desire to have a good health. And if they desire to have a good health, you it's a big opportunity for you. So if human beings desire to have a good health, that's a good opportunity for you to utilize. So if human beings desire to have a good health, that's a good opportunity for you to maximize. And now it depends on the people you are working with. It depends on the organizations you're working with. So if you're working with normal, let's say local organizations, you get paid in their local currency, right? Yes. So, but if you're working with international organizations, you get paid in foreign currencies. So that is why I, emphasize that nurses should make work with international organizations. I think that's where I love much, because it is good to make impact and it's good to make much money. Because if you convert dollars or pounds to your currency, it's a very big amount of money. So for example, 1,000 pounds should be about one, I think that should be like about 1.5 million naira or 1.4 million naira. So that's just £1,000. So imagine you earning this kind of money in a month or in a week. How much can it do for you? What can it do for you? Will it help you solve most of your problems? Can it help you solve your challenges? Will it help you to fulfill that project you've always wanted to fulfill? Will it help you to make that impact? In fact, more money will help you to make impact. So, for example, I've seen nurses that are passionate about pregnancy and maternal health. You can organize a pregnancy outreach. You reach out to pregnant women, or you organize pregnant women. You give them free medications. You do free ultrasound for them. You check their vitals. You know things like that. You did for free for them because you have the money, you have the budget. And how did you make this money? It's not something that was paid. It's not something that you are paid in the hospital for, because the hospital doesn't pay that much. It is something that you are paid working with international organizations. So working with these people helps you to make more money so that you can make more impact, right? Yes, for you to fulfill your project, for you to fulfill your dreams, for you to fulfill your goals, your ambitions, for you to do something even for your family now, right? For your family. So that is one thing you should focus in. That's one aspect you should focus on how to work with these international organizations. And the first step in working with these international organizations is, what platforms are they on? The platforms that they are on. You need to know what platforms these organizations are using, of which the number one platform they use is LinkedIn. Okay, nurses, international organizations are mostly on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is the largest professional network in the world, right? LinkedIn is the largest professional network in the world. And if they are on LinkedIn, what it means is that you have access to them, because all you need to do to have access to them is to create a LinkedIn account. You optimize your profile. You optimize your profile such that your profile can be able to attract them. Then you search for them on LinkedIn and connect with them. Then the next thing is, now you create content with them. You start creating content to attract them. So when we talk about creating of content, when we talk about you creating content, most people don't really understand what we are talking about. They think it's all about talking about what you're passionate about. Creating content is not you talking about what you're passionate on. No. Creating content is not you talking about the things you're passionate with. No, 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 it's not. It's not. Creating content is all about you, is you talking about the problem or the problems of your audience, the problems of the people you want to help, the problems of those you want to empower, the organization you want to help. What are their problems? What are their challenges? What keeps them awake in the night? And how can you solve them? And of course, you might be thinking that, okay, how can I be the one to solve the problem of these people? How can I be the one to solve the problem of these people? I don't even know. I don't even work with them before. So how can I solve their problem? So like I always tell you, when you solve their problem by, this is how you solve their problem. You need to know that, first of all, the nurses that work, the people that work in these organizations, that's the employees that work in these organizations, they are human beings. They are not animals, and of which they need a good health care, right? Yes. And for example, you are in the pregnancy and maternal niche, you can decide to be helping their pregnant employees. It's as simple as that. You can decide to help their pregnant employees, so that, by you helping their pregnant employees, it makes it easier for you helping their pregnant employees, it makes it easier for you to, for them to be able to be more productive. Because one thing that makes organizations to be retrogressive, to move backward, is when they are not productive. And who are those that causes these things? Their employees. So if their employees are well taken care of, even when they are pregnant, they will be more productive, they will be more resourceful, they will be more productive and resourceful. And this helps them to win more contracts. I'm telling you, this helps them to win more contracts. This helps them to make more money for themselves. This helps them to do what seems impossible. If they have not been making a turnover of $100,000 in a year, they can do that because you are working with them. And it's not even as if you're doing something much now. It is the same thing you're doing in the hospital, just that you are now using that same experience. You're now packaging it to work with other set of people that value it and have the budget to pay for you. So I mentioned two things: that values it and they have the budget to pay for you, that to pay for your service. They value you and they have the budget to pay for your service. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, right? It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So that is why you need to take this very serious. That is why you need to prioritize what I'm showing you, because it is very important. Now, many people might be like, I don't know what LinkedIn looks like. This is what LinkedIn looks like. Okay, I would have showed it to you here, but LinkedIn is a, like I told you, is a professional platform. Is a professional platform that helps you. Is the largest professional platform in the world. I want to show you what LinkedIn looks like here. So look at what LinkedIn looks like, especially, for example, now you optimizing your profile. So you optimizing your profile now, look at how it will look like. Something like this. Your profile will look like something like this. I don't know if you can see me. Your profile will look like something like this. So once you have a LinkedIn account, the next thing is for you to optimize your profile. Now, optimizing your profile is dependent on the people you are helping and the problem you're solving for them. The people you are helping and the problem you're solving for them. If you don't know the people you are helping, it will become difficult. It will become difficult to optimize your profile. If you don't know the people you are helping, it will become difficult to create content, because content is not something you should create for fun. Content should be something you create for a result. So you ask yourself, this content I'm creating, why am I creating it? What result will it bring for me? What change? What change will it bring for me? What is the result? What am I expecting to get from this content? What is the impression I'm trying to create with this content? You don't just create content like that. No, you should create content with purpose. You should create content with a why. Why is this content? Why are you creating this content? So it helps you to connect with the right people. It helps you to speak their language. It helps you to be able to position yourself as the answer they need. Okay, it helps you to position yourself as the answer they need. So in few minutes time, I'm going to be ending this live. So but what I want to show you is that I've already told you my background, how I started now, and why it is important for you as a nurse to earn in dollars. Now I'm going to be giving this thing for you. I'm going to be helping you to take action now. Okay, so that, because it's beyond me talking here, and most times you need someone to hold you by your hands to show you how you can be able to do this. So most times you need someone to hold you by your hands to guide you, to encourage you, so that you can be able to achieve this thing you want to achieve. You can be able to make the money you want to make. You can be able to break the limitation of just earning in the hospital and earning from international companies. Now I have a mentorship program currently ongoing, right? So this mentorship program, at the end, you're getting a certificate of completion. Yet, and this mentorship training is to help you to be able to work with these international organizations, to be able to make money for yourself as a nurse, right? Looking at the economy of Nigeria and the economic crisis and how frustrating the nursing salary has always been, it is paramount at this moment. It is something that is of utmost importance to start earning in dollars. Of it will not just happen immediately. You need to learn how. So there are different ways you can do that. Maybe with telehealth, with virtual nursing, with health writing, with other skills now or experience you can use now. And the good thing is that you already have it. Just that we need to now package it in any of these things I've said or even more now, right? So if you are interested, currently I have a mentorship program that it's for 30,000 naira. However, if you're paying today, if you're joining us today, I'm going to be allowing you to join us for only 15,000 naira. That means I'm giving you a 50% discount. So instead of paying the normal instead of paying the normal 30,000 naira that is involved for tonight, I'm going to allow you to pay only 15,000 naira, and that's because I want you to pay. I want you to join us, right? So currently now, I'm sure the salaries, not say salary, like your salary will be coming in, now, tomorrow, all throughout next week and all that. So, but you need to ask yourself, now my salary is coming. Do I wish to keep earning like this? How long will I keep earning like this? You need to break out from just that money you earn. You need to earn more because there is a potential for you to earn more. There is a potential for you to make more money. There is a potential for you to make more impact. There is a potential for you to earn in dollars. So beyond whatever you're earning now, there is a higher way to do that, right? So, bringing out 15,000 naira from your current salary now, it's a very big investment for you. Okay, it's a very big investment for you, and I want you to also know that um I'm not just, it's not just I'm not just, kind of giving you a course that you're going to learn and all that. No, I am going to be coaching you every week. Yes, I'm going to be speaking with you every week to show you how you can be doing these things for yourself. I'm going to be coaching you every week to show you, what you have to be doing, step by step strategies on what you need to do, right? So, and the next thing is that for those that are paying tonight, I have a gift for you for those that are paying tonight. So this gift is on AI, how you can advance your career using AI. So that's a free gift I'm giving to you. So I'm going to be giving it to the first 5 people that will be paying today. Yeah, the first 5 people that will be paying today. I'm going to be giving you that gift. That gift alone is worth 50,000 naira, but I'm going to be giving it to you for free. Okay, I'm going to give it to you for free because I love encouraging fast action takers, those that take actions fast. So I want to encourage you to get started today. All right. So I want you to send me a message on WhatsApp. You can send me a DM on WhatsApp so that you can be part of this, right? And if you have your question, you can also go ahead and ask me your question on WhatsApp. All right. So I thank you so much for joining the live. Thank you so much for joining the live today. Thank you so much. Okay. So see you for those that will be taking action. See you in my mentorship class. Thank you.